Imagine being given a blank sheet of paper and saying, "What's your dream?" and then being told, "Okay, now just live it." When this program began, I could have never imagined what it would become. 10 years ago and then some, Michael Steiner had tasked me with trying to dream of what the service learning program at the time could become. And in offering that opportunity, I remember taking the summer to really think deeply, how could we get students to go out there to impact the world, to change the communities, and to have their hearts forever transformed? And there was no doubt about it that we had to focus on relationships, and repeated relationships and sustained relationships that would just really allow people to understand the impact of their work. So being gifted a carte blanche to just develop something was such a dream, and never in a million years did I know that there was going to be the financial backing of both Mr. Jan Opsahl and the TASIS Foundation Board. I don't think anyone else in this world was as gifted as I was in just saying, "Here's your dream, now go build it." So when I think now about what the program has become, I pray that there is a huge legacy. I pray that there have been hundreds of students now who have gone out, have served. I pray that hundreds have maintained the relationship with their partners locally in Ticino and around the globe. I pray that we have developed entrepreneurs, businessmen, politicians, those who are really seeking to change the world of public health, public policy, and how we can actually do things better for this planet. The impact is probably still unknown, but I think after 10 years we probably have a better sense. I think there have been lives reshaped, lives redirected. I hope in our TASIS graduates we are now starting to see the proof of their commitment and all that they learned from this experience. And for the communities that we've served, I'm excited to see when I read about the programs that endure, of continued work in Uhuru Bay, Kenya, of Sarak, Nepal, of Cambodia and beyond. Thank you, GSP. Thank you, Jan. Thank you, TASIS Board. Thank you, everyone. And I salute my colleagues in arms, all of the many faculty leaders, to Danny Schiff and Patty Clardy, for everyone for carrying forth this vision. But a particular thanks to Jan Opsahl for all of his vision in creating this program so many years ago.
My years in GSP have been the most profound years I've had in education, both leading trips around the world and as the director of the program for 4 years. Everyone in the program, from the very top with Jan and Alexandra and Sarah, our headmasters, Chris Nikoloff and Michael Steiner, down to the teachers, the students, and of course our global partners around the world, had a very profound belief in this program and wanting to see it succeed and be as successful as possible. And I think that's so unique in education and made me proud to be a part of it. Even though I'm no longer at TASIS and working with GSP, those trips still hold a huge influence and memory for me and have shaped who I've become. And I hear from students and alumni who have graduated from TASIS now in the last decade about how impactful those programs have been on their college search, and they're now entering the workforce, and how their GSP experience stands as a bright spot and a beacon of their time at TASIS and still influences the decisions they make and the jobs they take and what they've studied. When I would represent GSP at conferences around the world, global leaders, other people in similar positions would look to TASIS as an example of what can be done, very grassroots, very organic, very partner to partner without any middle person. And I think that's so unique and so special and part of what made this program so impactful. Occasionally, TASIS students would show up in the GSP office and ask, do I actually have to go on these trips? I'd rather use my spring break, I'd rather use my summer break for other travel or time with family. These were the students that I think profoundly needed these programs the most. It was a graduation requirement and still is, and I think that is such a unique requirement of the program that everybody must take part. These were the students who were trying to get out of it, who came back the most changed and the most affected and would say, I'm so grateful for my opportunity. So it's a true gift that Jan has given the school that continues to pay forward to this day.
I'm very honored to have been asked to share how my experience with the Global Service Program transformed my life. During my time at TASIS, I participated in the Serving Southern Africa Life Begins project, which took me to Zambia and Botswana in the spring of 2017. Those 2 weeks were filled with impactful work, from supporting underprivileged children in Livingstone to building homes for widows and AIDS orphans in Wandi village. Despite facing challenges like multiple sunstrokes and even a parasitic infection, it was one of the most fulfilling periods of my life. In the following year, I became a student leader in the service learning, and I maintained a close connection with Lynn Mendelsohn, the founder of the Life Begins project. I felt a deep calling to return to Zambia alone, believing my work there was far from complete. So the year after, at the age of 17, during my winter holidays, I flew to Livingstone, Zambia, and I volunteered for Lynn for 2 weeks. My time in Zambia exposed me to a host of global issues, particularly human rights abuses, that I had previously only read about. Witnessing the struggles people faced in obtaining their basic rights fueled a growing passion within me to advocate for justice and equality. These experiences solidified my bond with Lynn and fueled my passion for human rights. I pursued a law degree at King's College London, followed by a Master's of Science in Human Rights from University College Dublin. My journey eventually led me to Washington, D.C., where I worked for AFSI Foundation, an international NGO that, among other things, implements projects which increase access to education for children in Africa and the Middle East. Now, I am pursuing a Master's of Law at the University of Southern California, with plans to take the New York bar exam in July 2024, all in pursuit of my dream to become a human rights lawyer. Service learning is a transformative educational approach, and my own journey from participating in service learning in Zambia to soon to be a human rights lawyer illustrates the profound impact this approach can have on one's life and career.
I'm very excited to be part of this program and to build upon the incredible work of my predecessors. Last year was my first year, and it was a little challenging after a few years pause with COVID, but we managed to get 7 trips up and running around the globe for service. I've had the good fortune to go on 3 GSP trips, and each time I come back, I find myself profoundly changed and more inspired than ever to make sure as many TASIS students as possible have this opportunity. My hope is that TASIS students have this chance for many years to come, because I've seen firsthand the impact their work has both on the communities we partner with and on the way they think about their own futures. This program truly is a cornerstone of a TASIS education.